What are those voices? Where am I? I know this place. I've been here before. I've been here my entire life. I'm trapped in here. These stairs. I'm climbing these stairs again. I need to get out. The voices are calling me. My old music box. It's broken. I have to fix my old music box. I have to get it. I have to... Those horrible dreams again. I've had them repeatedly ever since my mother died and left me that music box in her will. Harry always said that old family heirloom had something to do with my family's strange disease. If the doctors won't give us an answer about your illness, I'll search for one myself, you said. And in that search, it seems you lost yourself. I don't think I'd ever...
Pardon me, madam, but the island is in sight. We'll be lowering the boat in just a minute.
Oh, thank you so much, Captain Hodgson. I'll be right out. All right, time to gather my things. Ah, the amazing adventures of Nora Everhart, art teacher. Oh, I'd better cover up my hands before I leave the cabin. I wouldn't want anyone thinking I'm a circus freak. I received a mysterious package at my house. I love this song. I received a mysterious... It's a relief that I don't need... It's not exactly a clawfoot tub, but you can't always get what you want. What was I thinking when I brought all these dresses on this trip? I've still got to pack up a few more things. I think I've overpacked. After spending so much time reading this book, I think I've learned a thing or two about Polynesian culture. Oh my, I have the worst memory. I forgot the combination again. Thank goodness I always bring my journal with me to write things down. All right, now it's open. This strange and sharp. I saw this island in one of my unsettling dreams. Harry Everhart, my husband, my partner, and my dear old pal. A brass key with the letters CW engraved on it. Okay, Nora. From here on out, you're on your own.
We're all set, madam. The motorboat is ready. Lower the motorboat and be careful with Mrs. Everhart's equipment, lads. We'll be back to pick you up in 3 days. I really hope you find your husband there, madam.
I hope it too. I'll see you in 3 days then.
But please be careful on that island. You know what the legends say about it.
I'll take care. Thank you, Captain Hodgson. Well, here I am, in the middle of the ocean after traveling across half the world. Just miles away from where my husband is supposed to be. You left a year ago to search for a cure for my affliction. Your letters kept me close to you, but suddenly they stopped coming. What happened, Opal? What did you find? Whatever it was, it led you to hire a crew and set sail from San Francisco to Tahiti. And from there, to this place. An island in the middle of the Pacific that the locals refuse to even name. Everything is familiar. So familiar. As impossible as that may sound. Is this the island I dreamed about? This can't be a coincidence. Breathtaking, idyllic island, surrounded by deadly reefs and protected with stakes to keep anybody from entering. Why? There's definitely something strange about this place. Okay, Harry. Let's see if I can find any trace of you around here. The tent. So somebody was on this island recently. A note written in French. I only understand 2 words. Île and mort. Island and death. It must be a warning about the dangers of the island. I feel quite good. I dare say I might even walk a little faster than usual. Those markings seem to represent the sea. I'll make a note of them in my journal. It might come in handy. These wooden figures are called unu. This seems to be telling a story. It may look peaceful, but clearly somebody wants to keep outsiders off this island. This box. CW. Those are the initials on the brass key. It opens it. So whoever sent me this key was here. This is starting to look like a scavenger hunt. A carving tool. From what I've read, the Polynesians don't need doors. So why build such a big one? Well, that did something. Looks like it opens from the other side. Well, look what's hidden here. It works. This may be the first time I trespass a private property. My childhood in Newburyport wasn't exactly the most thrilling thing. Is that Harry? Harry, you were here! You were here and I found you, damn it. Where are you now? Where is everybody? Where did you and all your crew go? Lady Shannon? That name sounds familiar. I'd better check my journal. A mechanical bridge? That doesn't fit in with Polynesian traditions either. This reminds me of those slot machines that Harry and I saw at the Atlantic City Pier, but a Polynesian version. It's been years since I took such a long walk. This fresh air is doing me wonders. I can feel the air is denser here in this mangrove swamp. Rays of sunlight shining through. Another symbol. Now that I've crossed half the world, I wouldn't mind crossing the other half. But I have to do it with you, old pal. Oh my, this is so beautiful. What were these birds called? Lorikeets. Cole's lorikeets. There are lorikeet feathers scattered around this unu. I'll draw the symbol in my journal. A shortcut. That's convenient. This sort of pond is a Polynesian fishing technique. There's another symbol inside it. Bone fish hook. What a beautiful mountainous landscape. Guess I hit the jackpot. That's my ticket across the river then. Steady now. How long have I been walking? I've lost track of the time. Wow, what is this place? I'd better have a look around this abandoned village. Harry's crew might have stayed here. This enormous stone slab... something missing here? This enormous stone slab looks like a mechanism to get up the Everhard expedition. They set up camp here. Polynesian man covered in tattoos. I'm not sure if he looks angry or scared. So now you believe in magic, old pal? Looks like some of the crew members didn't get along too well. A forbidden ritual? Fascinating.
Let me record it. So, you said you've been on this island before?
Yes. Some years ago.
It's broken, but I might as well draw what I can see of it in my journal. This fella sounds pretty hot-headed. Blowing an ancient hatch with dynamite sounds like a fool's errand. I've never cared much for games of chance. They were packing a lot of heat when they came to this island, but they took all the guns with them. Looks like it. Quite a looker. A fashion model, maybe. His real name was Costas? Nice comb. Who worries this much about their appearance in a place like this? I'm not sure what to expect on this island, but I hope I won't regret not having a gun. Oh, damn it. Someone on the expedition died. What a delicate piece of craftsmanship. He seems confused, as if he was having a hard time. A farewell message from a friend. Did they use all the dynamite? Explosives. Looks dangerous. I never thought that this expedition would cause anybody's death. I'm sure Harry never thought so either. If he'd known this was going to... I hadn't been close to a grave since my mother's burial. Shortly after she died, my lovely Dalmatian spots, as Harry used to call them, appeared. We thought it was nothing at first. Oh, I must have found the luxury huts. Pretty swanky. I've seen Harry keep even restaurant checks for bookkeeping. He would never tear up a piece of valuable information. Got it. It's being ripped out of something else. The parts of the tiki on this column seem movable. Look at him. Giddy as a schoolboy. Icor? What mess did you get into, Harry? That Frank seems to feel guilty for whatever happened. Interesting. More drawings. Considering how poorly Harry draws, this isn't half bad. You put together quite an expedition, Harry. And all just for little old me. I'm not really sure how this thingamajig works, or what to do with it. Where did you get this strange device, Harry? I'm not really sure how this thingamajig works, or what to do with it. The Harry Everhard I know would never have given up on this. Something must have happened that kept him from solving it. Black ooze. Other planes of existence. That's bats. This explains why the campsite is nearly abandoned. Jeepers, a stranded ship.
My dear old pal, I know you won't ever read this letter, but I'm accustomed to writing you and it comforts me in this strange place. This island is riddled with secrets. So many secrets. But I'm not only talking about mechanisms and contraptions, Laura. I dare say that something on the island clouds one's judgment. Otherwise, I don't have an explanation for Roy's actions. The man was arrogant, impulsive, and a little cocky, but he was no fool. We weren't friends by any means, but he didn't deserve what happened to him. Nobody deserves that. We may have made some progress in finding the cure for your illness, but at what price? I miss you so much, Nora. Harry.
He may not say it explicitly, but Harry blames himself for Roy's death. I know him too well. And I miss you too, Harry. Or how this thingamajig works, or what to do with it. Harry hated asking his parents for money to fund this expedition. The Everharts are a wealthy Boston family, quite old-fashioned. They were never really pleased with his eldest marrying a middle-class girl. That's why he wanted to get away from them as soon as he could. Just like, something's missing inside that emblem. It's some sort of Polynesian coat of arms. Is that an octopus? They're composed of 4 pieces. A tiki, like something straight out of an adventure novel. Could these tikis be some sort of guardians? An amulet with a carved Marquesian cross. Look at this little fellow. Why is this hammock so far from the rest of the campsite? compartment. What kind of... This appears to be the shrine of a Polynesian chieftain. Wow, really? This appears impressive work. Is that a fish pattern? Oh. How is that possible? What fascinating technology. Oh my! Oh my goodness, what happened here? That black ooze again. Skin alterations. Like the ones on my hands. Heavens, he's losing his mind. Whoever took this picture must have a really cool head. Those spots look all too familiar. Is this a... Erythrocytes. Aren't those red blood cells? Ugh, I can't stand the smell of medical equipment. Reminds me of my illness. I'd better not touch it. Given what happened, they shouldn't have either. Is this stone structure a hatch of some sort? Well then, I'm going down. Come on, Nora. Deep breath. Is somebody whispering? I can press these star-shaped tiles. You were close to something here, Harry. This looks... Maybe he heard the whispers too. Well, that should save some time. eye. Is it calling to me? I feel disoriented down here. Do they have 2 pupils? Another eye. I hear whispering. I hear it. I'd better draw it just in case. The whispering, it stopped. Was I imagining all that? Yes, I think I solved it. I wonder what I might be able to see with it. It fits. What? What on earth? What is happening? My God, what was that I saw? What were those stars? Right, looks like I solved it. Great Scott! Oh, the well is filling up. That's black ooze. No. It's happening. It's happening. I'm feeling faint again. What is this? Where am I? Am I dreaming again? This is different. It isn't my recurring dream. I can't stop walking. My legs aren't responding. Holy Moses, what is that creature on the horizon? Wait a moment, no! Ah! I can breathe. Underwater. I have to get back. I have to find... What is that? What kind of creature is this? need to get a closer look. What happened? Oh, how did I get to this beach? Oh, I have a terrible headache. That ship, torn apart and cast so far up the beach. What on earth could have happened to it? My God. The ship's hull was ripped open. A few jagged rocks couldn't have caused a gash of this size. Oh, this place gives me the creeps. I can't see any trace of the ship's crew, nor their remains. No power. I'll try again. Damn it. Nope, wrong. Oh, now, what exactly did I turn on? Voice. Is that Harry? No, just a recording. The ship was wailing not far from it. Even the crew of the ship that brought Harry's expedition to this island were afraid of it. This is the captain's last entry. What were you... Maybe the legend is more real than it seems. The Black Ooze's properties are perplexing. And I was completely covered in that black goo. I wonder... Frank is certainly a resourceful man.
Its crew is unaccounted for. 5 of us have survived, but we're stranded on this island. Please send help immediately. This is a distress call from the Everheart expedition. 74 nautical miles east of Tahiti. The Lady Shannon has run aground.
Apparently, Harry's expedition waited for a long time to be rescued. Did they give up hope?
But we're stranded.
Make things easier. Looks like they took items from the stranded ship. Oh dear. This dock was a certifiable loon. A white fedora. It's really dirty. A handkerchief with the letters EDW embroidered on it. It's stained, discarded clothing. It hasn't been worn in a long time. These medical tools are hair-raising. I'm glad you stayed by his side, whoever you are. These two fellas seem to get along pretty well. Never heard of this, Eric's. A pulp magazine. I love Chandra Hogarth stories. A portable typewriter. Photographic film. I believe Harry visited this exposition when he was looking for answers for my illness.
So, is this recording? Well, shouldn't we be listening to something, Frank?
What
I have
happened?
assembled and disassembled.
He's repairing my
So
old
it's
music
definitely
box.
fixed
It's
itself, huh?
hard.
I don't know. Maybe it was never meant to play music.
DeWitt, have you been this whole time?
Look at his contorted face. Is this what's going to happen to me?
He's got a knife.
Those footprints definitely do not look human.
Get off!
This picture is taken from a distance.
Hold it!
What is
Hold it for
he
Christ's
doing?
sake! Call the Aron, quick!
Did he take some amulets from the other campsite? Or did he? Someone took notes about some important dates. There are only 4 chairs around the campfire. These medical tools are hair-raising. Looks like Frank wanted to leave, but I don't know if Harry ever read this letter. I hope you didn't borrow this slide projector from the University of Denver, old pal. Wow, look at the size of these stones. These symbols are linked to the piano keys. What kind of doodad is this? It's well tuned. I expected no less from you, old pal. I've never seen Harry so angry. You always did have a good ear, Harry. How can someone build something like this out of stone? A rock stained with black ooze. Looks like the prototype of something. It's curious, but it's the first time since I got sick that I feel useful. Harry is depending on me, and not the other way around. What odd structure. It doesn't look like a building, though. Some kind of improvised workshop. You made it work, Harry. Now, what kind of machine were you building? So this is the... Harry isn't usually very chummy, but... Back home, I'm going to read up on engineering. I've been interested in knowing how things work since I was a child, but I always thought technology wasn't for me. What nonsense. That huge stone door looks like an exit. How does it open? This ornate structure certainly isn't natural. Not man-made either. This feels ominous. Must be instructions to operate this bizarre structure. Those symbols seem to indicate the height of the tide.
My dear old pal, I think I'm getting closer to understanding what is happening to you, but it is taking a toll on my sanity. As fascinating as this island and its ancient and unfathomable wonders may seem, it's also a place plagued with misfortune and calamities. We lost Roy at the campsite. We almost lost our engineer on this beach. The doctor went mad and stabbed him with a strange knife. And all because of this island, Nora. Initially, we were optimistic and in high spirits, but now we've all become resentful and discouraged. Even I can feel how I am constantly assaulted by dark thoughts. Anyway, if what I am going through here helps me find you a cure, it'll have been worth it. I hope to find an answer in the temple on that mountain peak. Love you always, Harry.
Poor Harry. He is worried, exhausted, disheartened. I will find you, my love. Wow. Let's see what the next one does. This island is dangerous. Maybe it's because I haven't spent as much time here as Harry did. That was quite a hike. I'm at the top of the mountain. I can see that giant diamond-shaped thing really close from here. Took me a while to get here, but the views are worth it. They built all this just with pieces from the beached ship. Frank sure must be a real whiz. Harry's... They built a turbine to generate electricity under the falling water. But these levers connect those gears to direct the wheel's energy into the turbine. A Bible. He thought it was a... Oh no! Frank died. There are some homemade loudspeakers, probably to amplify the sound. So I guess you used...
All right.
Dead
Can
as
you
a
turn it on,
doornail.
Captain?
Please, sir, we should not do this. Not now. Haven't we had enough warning?
Homemade loudspeakers.
What else do we need?
Probably to amplify the
Another
sound.
test? Listen
There's
to
a
me.
symbol
Frank
inside.
lost his life setting this whole thing up, so we're not going to discuss it anymore.
Heavens, looks like a rock slide crushed all the tents. All but one. These stone columns just vibrate? Amazing! The hatches are opening! I'm really sorry about Frank. Harry doesn't have many friends. When you finally do... No power. Now the wheel is moving. That was easy. These buttons seem to adjust the amount of energy that goes through the turbine. That should give the turbine some energy. Good, did it. Now everything should be powered. What? Did I do something wrong? Come on, work. Come on. Now what? What's happening this time? Where am I? I can feel the fever rising. Oh God, no. My illness. Is it coming back? Is this an ocean? An ocean that dried up? My cane. Air is so dry. I need to find water. My bed. How many times did I think I was going to die lying in this bed? I'd better find some shade before I dry right up. The horseshoe-shaped pillow. And that diamond shape again. I can't take much more of this. I feel woozy. Is that a house? That's not a house. That's our house in Inglewood. Am I dreaming? Or am I just losing my mind? Harry? Are you home? I am definitely losing my mind. I don't understand what is happening, Harry. Are you... my mother's music book? Cousin Robert? But I don't have any cousins. The ever... What a sweet melody. What was that? Another vivid dream? And my music box again, but it wasn't broken anymore. And what a catchy tune. I haven't sung since I got sick, but let's give it a shot. quite a show. This feels like hallowed ground. Are they bathing him? And his hands are changing, like in my dream. Look at those spots. They look like mine. Now he's some sort of fish of every size and shape. Where is this taking me? Looks like I'm inside the giant fish head that I saw from below. So that's how you... Well done, Harry. John McCormack's Dear Old Pal of Mine? Our favorite song.
My dear old pal. Nora. I wish I could write something else. But a long time ago, I promised you I would never lie to you. So here goes. There is no cure for your illness. What you carry in your blood is changing you. And it will keep changing you until it's done. Whatever that means. There is nothing we can do to stop it. My dear old pal. My partner. The love of my life. I am so sorry. I've made so many mistakes. All those deaths because of me. Frank, DeWitt, Roy. All for nothing. Maybe Teodoro is right. Maybe we can return to the beach and build a raft to get back to Papiete. Maybe in less than a month, I could be back.
There's no cure? But he didn't finish the letter. What did you do, Harry? Where are you? Someone punched the wall so hard that they bled. Was it you, Harry? This is the right combination. Those are drums of some sort. I screwed up. Nora, you idiot, just follow the sequence. to a maze. Harry said it didn't work for him, so it shouldn't work for me either. Unless there's something different about my hand. Anyway, Nora, you know what you've got to do. My hands. Look at my hands. This is definitely not a dream. And I'm starting to doubt the others were dreams too. I should be scared, but it's hard to explain what I feel, but it isn't fear. Not a bit. Another one of those gates, like the one I saw in the temple. I'm back to being me. It's hard for me to understand how these gates work. What happens every time I cross one of them? Panel of this strange technology. What's it for? Something related to the currents? The island is pierced by underground currents. That architecture again. Where is this gate going to lead me now? What a quiet and peculiar place. I wonder who... I understood that.
We slaves, masters are come to.
Heavens, slaves and masters and... Nicole. Wasn't Nicole in the notes? Although they are the same style, these huts are much simpler than the magnificent architecture I've seen up to now.
Falls from sky, awakens God, black blood.
Is that black? It's quite disturbing to see someone's hand paintings from thousands of years ago. How can I explain what's happening to me? What is the meaning of all this? God's blood, transformation, eternal life. I feel like I'm going through what was written in that inscription.
Masters rituals to slaves. Black blood in eyes.
Black blood in eyes, like in the well. There are some hand marks made with pigments. I wonder if they mean something. I better draw them just in case.
Some slaves die. Some slaves now water animal.
Water animal. Is that what I am now? This civilization used these devices to raise and lower the water level. It's impressive. Has kept me from being happy. What I feel now is the complete opposite of being sick. I feel full of life and energy, even better than before my illness. If I enter the water now, I'll be soaked. Being me, I mean... It's hard to explain this, even to myself. Now the water level is really low, so I can access that tunnel. These creatures lived like slaves. All their lives imprisoned and tortured in this place. Was it possible to live a decent life in here? If you've lived all your life in a prison, how would you know that you are a prisoner? Now I can enter this tunnel. This current is quite strong. I wonder where it will take me. That was quite a ride, but it's over now. That ladder. Someone set up camp in here. Looks like a means of transportation to get to that sanctuary. What is this? This... Oh my god. Did I almost forget about Harry? You followed the river from the temple summit, and it took you some days to find this entrance.
My dear old pal. It's only Cass and me now. I have much to thank her for, even if our friendship is worn thin due to hunger and fatigue. If she hadn't insisted so much, we'd never have convinced Tearoa. He guided us as we followed the river down from the mountain peak. And that's how we found this entrance. And the mural. Maybe I can't undo what's happening to you, Nora, but I think I can try to become like you. The original inhabitants of this island took slaves to a sanctuary, and there they performed a ritual. Teaharoa said the ritual was madness, and he didn't want any part of it. He and Cass argued, violently. When we woke up the next morning, he had left. I know it sounds strange, but you have to trust me, my love. I know this is going to work, and we can be together. You understand what that means, don't you, Nora? We have a second chance. With more love than ever, Harry.
Harry? What ritual are you talking about? Earth, would you want to become like me? Please don't be a fool. You don't even know if that ritual of your sun is setting. It is so beautiful. Harry. This panel looks different from the others. It's much more elaborate. My transportation to the sanctuary. It all makes sense. Nothing bad is going to happen to me here, as menacing as this place might look. The island, the ooze, those sea creatures. They're just defending themselves, like a wild animal against an unknown threat. That's how they perceived the expedition, like a threat. But I, on the other hand, I wasn't a threat. And I definitely wasn't unknown, was I? They seemed to recognize me, as if I was one of their own. Everything seems so distant now, as if I first stepped on that white beach thousands of years ago. A full moon? It can't be. Yesterday was a new moon. Did I lose track of time, or... Maybe this place isn't subject to the laws of physics. That's the only explanation I can find for this surreal night. It's hard to believe everything's real. Maybe it isn't. Maybe I'll open my eyes sometime and I'll be back in our home in Inglewood and everything will be as before. My perfectly ordinary life with Harry. My daily routines. My illness. That will be as before too. And then I'll need to shake off this strange feeling that I have now. feeling that I don't really belong there anymore. And with there, I don't mean Englewood, or Boston, or Newburyport. I mean... How is it possible that the strange events of only 2 days on this island makes more sense to me than the life that I've been living for years? There it is. The sanctuary. So is this where you went, Harry? Was this your last stop? My God. Black... There are drops of dried blood inside this altar. There are drops of dried blood inside this altar. Another camp. Although it's little more than a few things scattered about. Moby Dick. Its pages up. Let's give it a try. Ouch! Oh! Ah! What was that? Looks like a tattoo, but it isn't. Those are my spots. They've moved. A camera. It must be Cassandra's. Harry asleep in his tent. What a creepy photograph. Oh my, she sounds completely out of her mind. I really hope this works. A woman's earring stained with blood. If he's behind that door, I wonder which Harry I'll find. How much would be left of the man I love? And how much of the man who has lost his sanity in the... an eye and a star. Look at the stars, maybe. These icons on the wheel are the same as the constellations I have on my hand. What an odd structure, riddled with nooks and crannies and endless stairways. Maybe it only hurts the first time. Ah! The second also hurts. When I arrived on this island, I felt like I was trespassing. But now, I feel like this is where I belong. Black and white figures. Good doggies, or dragons, whatever you are. Again? Seriously? Ow! That hurt! Again. place is like a labyrinth. Harry seems to be on the brink of madness. But I don't feel the slightest hint of confusion. On the contrary, I feel my mind is more focused than... Oh, come on! One more time. All the doors are open, but where is the constellation I need to open the throne room? Another one of those gates. I have to get into the water again. Again? Seriously? Ow! That hurt! Again. An eye and a star. Look at the stars, maybe. The sanctuary's open. It's time to find out what's waiting for me inside. There's something written on the floor. With blood. Fall Ruffin? Haven't I heard that word in my dreams? What a disturbing mirror. Is it made of black ichor? I feel like it is speaking to me. Oh, heavens. My God. Nothing that happens here appears to respect the most basic rules of physics. However, as strange as it may be, it does maintain a peculiar harmony. Like the workings of a clock, or a music box. Harry, is that you? No! Tell me it isn't you, Harry. It can't be you. It can't be. No. Why did you do it? Oh my God, Harry, no! In the end, you performed the ritual. You poor fool. But why? I don't understand it. Why? You knew it. You knew it wasn't going to work. You knew the ritual wasn't going to work. That's why you never sat on the throne. You didn't even perform the ritual, did you, Harry? But you wanted me to think that you had. You even left a lure to confuse me. But why? What really happened? The only person with you in that sanctuary beach was Cassandra. So if you didn't die, it had to be her. Did she use the dagger to open the gates and carry out the ritual? You tried to stop her, but it was too late. She shot you with your own gun and left you for dead, didn't she, Harry? Because Cassandra was ambitious and would stop at nothing to uncover the secrets here. The island fueled that hunger for knowledge. I had doubts about whether the ritual would work. What happened to Cassandra cleared up those doubts. The ritual wasn't for people like you. The ritual was only for people like me. But you refused to believe it until the island itself spoke directly to you. Haha Falgafen. She is our daughter. That's when you finally understood. You understood what my fate would be if I didn't come here and carry out the ritual. A slow and painful death. So you faked your own demise and left your glasses near Cassandra's corpse. Those same glasses you never take off. And you sent me the package from Tahiti, Harry. Your picture, the key, the dagger. Another one of your scavenger hunts. And I took the bait. You made me come to this island, the same island where you almost lost your mind and your life. The same island where 4 members of your expedition perished. Why did you deceive me, Harry? You said you would never lie to me. Why didn't you tell me the truth? Why did you do this to me? Because you knew that I would never accept my fate if it meant leaving you. Right, my love? Not even if staying with you would mean a slow and painful death. So the only way to get me to leave you was to make me believe you were dead. And you chose to live a life without me so I could be who I really am. That's why you tried to deceive me. But I know you too well, my dear old pal. We've had so many years together, so many moments of love, happiness, understanding, friendship. A whole beautiful life with you. I know what you tried to do, but I can't let you make this decision for me, Harry. Either I embrace my fate and accept what I've always been, and leave you behind, or I reject it and return home with you to relish the time that my illness gives us. It's my decision to make. You were right about one thing, Harry. I would never accept my fate if it meant leaving you. I know who I really am and where I belong. I know fate has eternal life in store for me, but an eternal life without you is worthless, meaningless. So, I choose the slow and painful death. I'm going back home. You staged this ruse because you love me. But true love is reciprocal. So I'm also making this decision because I love you. Our love is greater than fate, lineage, or all the pain I can suffer. Whatever time we have left, we'll spend together. When the time comes, it will be your hand that holds mine. And those beautiful blue eyes will be the last thing I see before I leave.
So, you didn't find your husband on that island, Mrs. Everhart.
I did find my husband. He wasn't on the island, though.
But what have you been doing these 3 days then? What did you find then?
I don't know. The truth about myself, I suppose. And at the same time, the reason to go back home.
I don't think I follow you.
Have you ever been in love, Captain Hodgson?
In love? You mean like in a romance novel?
No, that's fiction, Captain. In real life, true love stories don't end with a wedding. They end with a funeral. And the only thing that eases that final moment of heartbreaking sadness are all the good memories lived together.
Honestly, I don't think I've ever felt anything like that, Mrs. Everhart. But if you love your husband that much, he's certainly a lucky man.
We are both lucky.